Welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead, y'all. Listen, today I'm going to make something that is fast, easy, and really, really delicious. And a lot of you buy them from the store, and I have too. But today I'm going to show you how to make it homemade, and there's not a lot of ingredients with the exception of eggs. You are going to need a dozen eggs, okay? And you're just going to need the egg whites. So let's get busy. All right, we're going to start out with a cup of cake flour. You can just get this at your local store, and it's just cake flour. Okay, it's different than regular flour. So we're going to measure out a cup of this real quick, and we're going to sift it, okay? Now, I have a sifter, an old-fashioned sifter somewhere, flour sifter, but this is just easier for me. And you're just going to sift this all out of there. You're just wanting to get it all real fine, okay? Now, from experience over the years, you learn different things, right? And I used to put granulated sugar in all my angel food cakes, okay? And it's real heavy, and well, I would put it in a blender and I would blend it up, the sugar, and I would try to make it as powdery as I could. But over the years, you learn different ways, and I've learned now that I could put powdered sugar, and it's going to make it taste probably even better. Okay, so get that cake flour. We'll just get a different one. Hold on. So this is real fine, and we're going to use a cup and a half for right now. You're going to have a total of 3 cups. Now don't let this trip you up. A total of 3 cups of powdered sugar, but we're only going to put in a cup and a half with this cake flour, okay? And I'm just going to guesstimate here, kind of, cup and a half. There we go. And then you're going to sift this into that. Okay, now we're going to just leave this set here for a minute, okay? Okay, we're over here at the mixer, and now we're going to, and I could have did this over there, but I'm over here by the mixer, so I'm going to do it over here. We're going to do another cup and a half in a separate bowl, okay? A cup and a half in a separate bowl. So I'm going to put you down here where you can see. There's my cup. And another half. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate that. So I've got 12 egg whites I'm going to pour in here at room temperature. They're room temperature. Now, them are farm fresh eggs, so if you've seen some little white things, don't panic because that's just part of it. We have a rooster, and well, that's not actually how you tell if a rooster's fertilized it or not. We'll go over that one day. But they seem to be bigger, those white things do, but that's not why. Okay, let me grab a thing. Now, let me talk to you for just a minute here. I also forgot to tell y'all, use glass, okay, or metal. Don't use plastic when you're doing one of these. Now, you will see me catch me do one of these rubber spatulas here and there, but don't do the rest of it in plastic, okay? Use glass or metal. Now, I'm going to whip these eggs up. Get my thing here. If it'll reach it, if not, I may have to do it by hand. I don't know if it will or not. Now I'm going to mix these egg whites up until they get frothy and foamy. And then we're going to slowly add this cup and a half of sugar, just the sugar, in with these egg whites, okay? Okay, see how foamy and frothy that is? Now I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and do it some more. Now I'm going to start adding a little of this at a time. Okay, see that? That is a stiff peak. So at this point, I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of cream of tartar slowly. You don't want to go past this point too far, okay, because you don't want to get them too done. And then I'm going to put in my vanilla and my almond extract. There's a 1/2 teaspoon each of this. Yep, I think that'll be fine. See how it stands up by itself? Okay, so I pulled another trick like I've done before, and I got done with beating them over there at the egg whites with the egg whites. And I come over to the table, I brought the camera over to the table, and I forgot to turn the camera back on. So I did not get me folding in. I took my flour and I'm just going to tell you what I did. I took my mix, my flour and my powdered sugar mix, and I folded it into my egg whites. You don't stir it. Don't stir it. Do not stir it, okay? Because you want to keep as much air in your egg whites as you can. And I'm going to go ahead and post this video because that's the only part I missed. That's the only part I didn't get videoed. So I've done that before, and it just aggravates. It makes me want to cry because, it's like I went to all this trouble and then I forgot to turn on the camera. Anyway, so that's what I did. Okay, and then I put it in my pan. You're not going to get to see that, but it's not a big deal. You just pour it in your pan and you level it off with your tube pan. This is a tube pan, and then level it off with your spatula. Okay. Then I was getting to this part and my phone went click, and I was like, well, that was weird. Why did that do that? Well, it wasn't on, so it just turned off. I go get a butter knife. You can do it with your spatula too, but I feel like I just make sure there's no big air pockets in there, and I just kind of go back and forth with it just to make sure, because you don't want no big air in there. You want the air to be in your egg whites, but you don't want no big pockets, where the cake will be open. I just do that a little bit and get that off with my finger. Yes, I use my hands that God gave me, y'all. So, and then I'm just going to kind of flatten this down again. Okay, now, let me wash my hands. 350 is what you preheat the oven to, okay? And we're going to put this in there for about 45 minutes, but I start checking it at 30 minutes because everybody's oven's different, and I'm not used to this one yet even. So I'm going to pop this in here on the lowest rack. And what I do is I take out my other rack, my top rack, and then I put my other one on the very bottom, and then I put my cake on that. So I'll be checking this in about 30 minutes, and I got to go over to the house and make some, we're going to have ham steaks tonight and probably some fried potatoes and some coleslaw and probably some purple whole peas. Okay, I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. And so I got to get busy doing that before I go get on the bus. So don't go nowhere. You're going to want to see what this looks like when it comes out. And I'll get back with you here in just a little bit. All right, y'all, it's done. I'm going to turn it over on this towel. If I can do it without spilling it. And we're going to let it cool. Okay? Now, I wanted to go over this with you. You see, it's not touching. And we're going to let it cool upside down like that. Now, to me, it looks like that's about ready to fall out. That's scary. Let me see if I can do that. Because I don't like how that's doing. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, I like doing it better like this. And that's about the only bottle. I brought this one too, just in case. And just so had it, I bought this for something because I make my own, but I've had this in there for a long time. A long time. But I saved these bottles because these apple cider vinegar bottles, these little ones, fit perfect inside of my angel food tube pan. So did you see when I turned it? Now these little things here on your pan, they're made to hold that up, right? Well, if you don't have anything holding that center in, did you see my center fallen? It was fallen. So I don't know. I never put it on these, but I thought, well, I forgot my bottles over at the house, so I'm just going to flip the pan over. Yeah, no, I don't like doing that. I would rather put it on this and it holds the whole thing up. It's just much better. So, and I'll put you under there so you can see. All right, did you see that? So we're going to let this cool. It'll take probably an hour and a half or so to cool. I'm going to go over to the house. I'm going to get some stuff done because I haven't been over there yet. I was cleaning up my mess here. And then I'll come back and we'll cut into it and see what it looks like. So don't go nowhere. I think it's, yeah, I think it's ready to go. It's not completely cool, but it's not warm even, but I mean, there's a hint of warmness. Okay, so we're going to turn this over, take my bottle out. It may have messed it up when I left it for so long, but I don't think so. We'll see. It'll still be edible. And I'm going to tell you something. Most people wouldn't even put this video on probably. They'd be like, oh, I done messed everything up. Nope, not me. I told you in the beginning, you're with me through thick and thin. So you're going to see my mess ups. You're going to see it all. So we're not going to let that get in our way. Okay, so I took this knife and I went around the edge, but I forgot to go around here. You need to go around this little, the tube part. Okay, now I need something to put it on. I didn't even think about that. I could put it on this plate, but I was going to put a piece of it on that. What can I put it on? We'll put it on this. Hold on. I just about fell. I just about did. My granddaughter be getting on to me. Okay. So we're going to turn this up. Well, we're going to take this out. See how that come out? And there's the bottom. Ugh. Then you're going to take your knife and you're going to go all the way through there. All the way around, just like that. Now we're going to turn it over. It looks like, you see that? There we go. Ain't that something? Let me go put this in some water, because if you don't hurry up and get that water, it'll stick on there like glue. So hold on. Okay, see how pretty that is? Now some people, and with a store-bought one, you kind of have to because it's kind of rough on the bottom. You take off that bottom part, but that's Tim's favorite part. So I don't mess with it too much. Now, I put it to the side. You want to get you a bread knife or a serrated blade like this to cut these cakes, okay? And we're going to cut us a piece. Oh, cuts like butter, y'all. Cuts like butter. I don't want a real big piece because I'm getting ready to go get on the bus. Oh, it's so soft. So soft. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? And you take you some fruit. Now I've got some, this is frozen fruit because you can't see, can you? This is frozen fruit because, I freeze it when we get it out here. Not strawberry. These aren't my strawberries. These are our blackberries and some of the blueberries, but not all of them. Let's just do that right there. All right. So there it is. I'm sorry I messed up your video, y'all. I'm so sorry. The only thing you missed was me mixing the flour and the powdered sugar, a cup and a half of the powdered sugar with the cake flour. And then you missed me putting it in the pan, but that's pretty self-explanatory. I know you all can do it. So don't let this scare you. Don't let making one of these scare you. But I would advise you to get a bottle. Get you a bottle that your pan will fit on, because those little tabs around the sides of it, I already put it in the dishwater, but your bottom will fall. Your bottom will fall. And I knew that. I knew that. That's why I hustled over to the house. So let's taste this. Let's just taste it and see what it tastes like. My fruit's frozen, so I can't really, well, yeah, I can. It's like eating air, like pillowy air. Like, it is so good. So good. Tim likes to put his mashed up strawberries with sugar on them. He likes to put that, like strawberry shortcake. That's what he likes to do with his. And then sometimes I make these cakes. I'll have to make one for y'all. You cut this in half, and then you put a cream cheese frosting like type stuff on it, and then you put fruit, canned fruit, and then you do it again. And I'll make one for you sometime, and we'll just make a homemade one too and do it. But anyways, there you have it. There's nothing any simpler. Just do it. Don't be afraid to do it. The only thing is, now when you can buy one at the store, and it's $3 and something now, and I assume it'll probably go up, but because of the egg prices. But I don't think those egg prices are going to stay up forever. And like I said, if you can find a farmer friend, get your eggs from them, and I'm sure they won't be as much as the store. And if they are, then shame on them, because I don't think that the price of feed, it's went up some. It has went up some, but it ain't went up that much. And I know that it just seems like when everything is in high demand, people got a price gouge. They're doing it with baby chicks at the store, and it just drives me up the wall. I'm just going to tell you right here, right now, when people price gouge like that, because it's just all about money to people, not helping other people. You know what I mean? It's about money, and that aggravates me. But anyway, so I'll get off that little rant. And so anyways, the main ingredient is your egg whites, really. So make you one. Let me know how you like it. So I'm gonna get off here. I gotta go get on the bus, take all this over there, finish my dinner. I've almost got it done, and Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.